Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial I'm gonna show you how to create this sad crying clown. So I'm not gonna talk too much, we're just gonna get into it. So if you want to see how to create this, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I don't know exactly what type of look I want to do, but I got inspired by this art on Instagram. So it's a picture of two clowns, and I want to create a look inspired by both of them. So I'm just going to be inspired by these clowns and we'll see where we end up. So I think I'm going to start off by applying a tiny bit of foundation, and then I want the center of my face to be white, but I don't want the edge between the foundation and the white center to be very harsh. So I'm going to start off by using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I haven't used this one in a really long time, and I'm just gonna buff this into my skin. And I'm just focusing this on the outer parts of my face, because I'm gonna add white on the center anyways. So to get that clown face, I'm gonna use this color from Ebony, and it's in the shade Clown White Light. And I'm using this Sigma foundation brush to apply it. And since I want this to fade, I'm gonna start in the center of my face and then work my way outwards. And since I'm gonna do eyeshadow later, I don't feel like I need to apply a lot of this around my eyes. And if you feel like the edges are too harsh or maybe too far out, then just go in with your foundation brush and blend. So I'm now going to set this, and you could use a white powder, but I'm going to use a translucent powder, and this is from Nabla and it's called the Close-Up Baking and Setting Powder. I feel like my nose looks a little bit patchy, but so I'm gonna do my eyebrows next, and I'm gonna use this Anastasia dipbrow pomade in the shade Ebony. You could definitely go for a completely black eyebrow. You could also cover your eyebrows and give yourself some really sad brows, so that would be cool. This is not your bushy natural eyebrow tutorial. So I wanted thinner brows than I usually go for, but I ended up with bigger ones. So I guess I'm just gonna roll with it and keep them big like this. So I'm now gonna move on to my eyes and do some eyeshadow. I'm gonna start off by applying some powder underneath my eye in case we get any fallout. I'm then gonna use this shade right here called Cherry Wet. So I'm applying this from the outer corner up into my crease and all the way to my inner corner in a quite round shape. I'm then gonna apply the shade Raspberry with a smaller brush, and I'm gonna use this shade to deepen the previous color. I'm then gonna use the shade Bubblegum to blend. And I'm blending it quite far in on my inner corners. And I'm also blending into my eyebrows a bit. I'm also gonna add a tiny bit of the lavender shade in the palette, which is called Gumdrop. Just on the edges. I'm then gonna apply the shade Brain Freeze, and I'm gonna apply it on the center of my lid. I'm then gonna use the same brush as I used when we applied our first shade, Cherry Wet. I'm gonna use this to blend. I did lose a bit of the blue intensity, so I'm just gonna reapply that. I'm then gonna apply this MAC Dazzle shadow in the shade Diamond Crumbles. And these are very similar to the Stila glitters. I'm now just gonna remove this bad boy. So I'm now gonna do my lower lash line, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Cherry Wet. Really want to smoke this up. My nose looks like shit. I'm then going to use the shade Raspberry closest to my lash line to deepen that even more. And then I'm going to use the shade Gumdrop to blend the edges. Honestly, I'm not happy with this whatsoever. I'm now gonna add some of this NYX Jumbo eye pencil in Milk on my inner corners. I'm also gonna add this in my waterline. I'm then gonna add this loose pigment from Sugarpill, and this is in the shade Lumi. Okay, so I just applied some false lashes, and I used the Siren lashes from House of Lashes, and I also applied some of these mini lashes from Ardell on my bottom lash line. So I think I'm now gonna move on to my face. So I'm gonna apply some blush, and I'm gonna use the Bubblegum and Cherry Wet from the same palette. I'm gonna start off by using the shade Bubblegum, and I want the blush to be quite high, I think. And I want the blush to melt into my eyeshadow. So I kind of want them to blend together. I'm also gonna apply some of that on my nose, just on the tip of my nose. I'm then gonna use this Jeffree Star highlight, and this is the Supreme Frost in Diamond Wet. If you don't have this one, then Fenty Beauty has a similar one. I just want to use one that has a lot of glitter in it. I'm also gonna apply a tiny bit of the shade Brain Freeze on my nose. I'm also gonna contour my nose a tiny bit with Brain Freeze. So I'm just gonna blend it from this corner and then on to my nose. I'm gonna apply the shade Brain Freeze just above my Cupid's bow. Just a tiny bit. And also underneath, right here, on the center. So I think I'm gonna apply some of this liquid lipstick from Nabla. I feel like I need to do the, whatever they are called, things above your brow to make this a bit more clowny. Maybe just above one. Or both. Both. I'm just using this NYX Jumbo pencil. I'm then gonna use this white liner from Urban Decay to fill that in. So I'm gonna add some of the MAC Dazzle shadow on top of the white as well. And I just applied the Dazzle shadow on the back of my hand. And then I'm applying it with this angled brush because I feel like it's a lot easier. I also have these tiny things from Makeupstore. I'm just gonna grab my lash glue. Cool. I mean, is that cool? I don't know. I'm gonna add 2 small stones on my inner corners as well. I think I'm gonna add some of this glitter as well on the white part. And this is from the Gypsy Shrine. And this is in the shade Iridescent Diamond. So I'm gonna use this Anastasia glitter glue. And I'm just gonna... boop, 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 boop. So I'm just waiting for the glue to become a bit tacky before I apply the glitter. I'm gonna apply a bit more highlight, and I'm gonna use this Anastasia Glow Kit in Aurora, and I'm gonna use this shade right here called Luna. I'm also gonna apply some on the tip of my nose and right here. Okay, so I have one final thing that I want to add. So with a hot glue gun, I created these tears. So I want to add some tears to this clown. I have never done this before, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. Or if I can remove these, probably not. Oh my God, come on. So I'm just gonna add some lash glue on the back of this. It's not the perfect tear, but it's fun. Okay, so I think that I'm done with the makeup. I'm now just gonna put on a wig and a clowny costume, and then we're done. So this is the finished clown look. I really hope that you guys like it. I'm not too keen on the wig, but it goes perfectly with the lip, so I had to wear it. But apart from that, I think this is a great look for Halloween. It's quite easy to create, but it still has a bit of a twist with the tears. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will talk to you soon.